students. Monica, do you want to take that first?
Sure. We've been very intentional with how we've reached out to our students, families, guardians, because we do have a school of about 12 to 1,300 students. And our faculty, before non-traditional instruction started, we divided our students amongst our staff members. So every staff member is assigned between 8 and 15 students to contact twice a week. Of course, we do have some families who have been affected by COVID-19. We have some families who have lost family members. We've had entire families that have been stricken with the virus. And so our main focus, going back to what Afia said, is do no harm. So our goal is, because we've never done NTI before, our goal is to extend learning as opposed to a continuation of learning. So with that in mind, when we do make those contacts, we want to make sure first that our students are aware of the community resources that are available. We have a wonderful youth service center group that gets us all of these resources as far as help with medication, help with rent, help with utilities, help with food, feeding sites, all that stuff. We want to make sure that they're okay first as a human being before we even get into the instructional side of it. And of course, we do have about 30% of our population who we haven't been able to get in contact with for whatever reason. But again, we're looking at doing no harm to our students. So even in that, we're still calling, we're still emailing, we're still texting in hopes that we can hear from them, letting them know, I understand that you may be down, I understand that you may be affected. We want to make sure that you're okay first. So the first thing we did was we divided our students amongst our staff members, and we come together at least once a week to determine who have we not been able to get in contact with and develop next steps to make sure that we're doing all that we can to encourage those students just to feel okay emotionally, socially, just feel okay within themselves before they even get to the instructional piece of it, because we want to do no harm at this point. We've never experienced this as a country, as a nation, as you know, even in our lifetime with the world. But if we just let them know that we're part of their community, we are family, and we're just trying to get through this together, that's our main focus whenever we're making those contacts. And that's how we did it with Jefferson County and with Iroquois High School.
Oh, how could a potential fall that starts but then has to end because of COVID-19, how could that negatively affect students? And how do you feel about what is the best solution at this time for your students in your district, especially with math?
Sorry. So I've actually thought about this a lot, because we're going to be starting school in the fall, or, you know, that's the plan, or even summer school. And how is that going to look like? Are the desks going to have to be 6 feet apart? How are we going to make sure we sanitize between classes, and, you know, making sure that the students are being safe? How do we keep ourselves safe? How do we keep teachers safe? Are we going to be wearing masks and everything too while we're teaching? These are just, you know, the new normal that a lot of students and I, and a lot of the faculty and I have been talking about a lot. We're really thankful in our district that this year we went to one-on-one with technology. So we were able to have every student a Chromebook that they were able to take home, and, you know, just making sure that the students, you know, just keeping them prepared, making sure that they are prepared for anything that to come, if whether it's, you know, we start school at the beginning of the school year, we're in class, and now they're going to have to take this online again for, you know, a couple months, and who knows what could happen, you know, just to get them prepared, you know, making sure on their well-being and all these things that are just really uncertain. And we haven't really talked much about what school is actually going to look like in the fall or in the summer, because, you know, we have no idea. So I think just making sure that the students are prepared for if we need to take this online again. How can we protect them while they're in school in large classes of 30 plus, and how can we protect ourselves as well?
I really think that with people getting more comfortable wearing masks and being safe and kind of having that sanitary aspect, you know, we can start opening things back up, and having educators at the table I think will provide a lot of insight into in what small ways could we get small groups of students and get them to a location and make sure they're safe. Because what Monica was saying when she was kind of summarizing the equity issues, I was thinking standards-based grading, even grading, a lot of these, you can give them packets, you can give them assignments, but it's very hard when you're not there on a daily basis to gauge where the students are at, if they're getting understanding. And even if we started a normal school year in the fall, what have they missed out on with this spring that might not prepare them for the fall? What are we looking at? Are the students behind? Where are they? And so I think with the economic decisions, there's going to be a lot of ideas that people are going to be putting forward, to save their businesses, to save their local economies. And I think that the education sector has ideas and the business sector has ideas. And with kind of them communicating, I think we can kind of expound on each other's ideas and get to a point where we can start meeting face to face again, but in a safe fashion. And I think that's the goal, is to get back to some semblance of normalcy so we can get, that face to face contact again and know where they are. Like you said, physically, spiritually, anything like that, that has to happen before they can even start learning again. Because so many of these kids are in states where it's just like, that's very low priority for them. They're trying to survive. They're trying to find a way to, exist in this new world that we temporarily live in. So